Back to work and back to warning the world about the dangers of Iran's nuclear program. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told Parliament it was no time to ease sanctions against Iran in return for concessions on uranium enrichment, something he insists is aimed at developing a nuclear weapon.
Easing the pressure will not strengthen moderation in Iran, quite the opposite. It will strengthen the uncompromising stance of the supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, and will be perceived as his victory.
Prime Minister and I were just talking about...
Of course, the Geneva talks come at a tricky time for Netanyahu. Relations with US President Barack Obama are strained. Recently, with the Americans sounding optimistic about a nuclear deal with Tehran and President Hassan Rouhani ditching the antagonistic style of his predecessor, Netanyahu has stepped up his warnings.
Now I know, Rouhani doesn't sound like Ahmadinejad. But when it comes to Iran's nuclear weapons program, the only difference between them is this. Ahmadinejad was a wolf in wolf's clothing. Rouhani is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Netanyahu's opponents say he's obsessed with Iran and his stance is isolating the country. And many dismiss his suggestion that he'd order attacks on Iran if it came close to perfecting an atomic bomb.
He doesn't have enough support, not in the Israeli government and not in the Israeli public. And this is the main problem. He has to convince not only President Obama, not only the Western world, he has to do it inside Israel.
Whatever comes out of the talks in Geneva, Benjamin Netanyahu is unlikely to change his message to the outside world. What's not clear, though, is how much room for manoeuvre he has to act alone. Nadim, Al Jazeera in West Jerusalem.